What do Jetstar 2 and Pioneer Village have in common? They both came here in 1976. And 1976 was special because it was the bicentennial of the United States. David Freed really wanted a metal roller coaster. They were looking for one. And he went to an expo, and this used to be in the World's Fair in Washington. So Lagoon bought it, and this is Lagoon's first steel roller coaster. Was in the plans in the works for a long time, and they wanted to make sure it was open in 1976. So in 1938, I'm going back that far, Horace G. Sorensen had an idea. He was a furniture store owner, and people would trade in old things. And these were Pioneer era relics. So he started collecting them and collecting more. His idea got bigger and bigger. He was part of the Sons of the Utah Pioneers, and eventually they were putting houses out there, and it was Pioneer Village there. But after a while, they needed help, so Lagoon offered to buy it. And Lagoon placed that park that was there here behind its own park in 1976, just in time for the bicentennial. Here we have lots of examples of the kind of furniture that either the pioneers built here in the valley. Some of it may have been taken across, but as soon as they got here, they were quickly set to building. In fact, Brigham Young himself had been a carpenter and had made furniture way before he was ever a member of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. This rug down here, I wonder if they're going to tell us about it. It's probably a good example of a rag rug. Once the clothes were too bad to be clothes or quilts or rags, they would just weave them in and turn them into rugs. And my grandma even had some of that on her floor.
They also have mirrors, so you can look under the chair.
Oh, that's awesome. That's probably a maker's mark under there. I can barely see it. Fancy work there. Some of it's gone, but you know, this was the kind of stuff that Horace G. Sorensen would get. Trade in like we trade in cars. If you look back there, that cabinet there has some tin on it with the tin work. Yeah, you would have tinsmiths. They could do decorative stuff. The same tinsmiths that would make that work, though, could make your pie pans, all sorts of the tools that you might need something made out of tin, maybe your pots and pans, maybe your stovepipe. Because these were actual buildings that they brought in that they saved for people.
It's kind of cool. They're all open. They're actually very nice. They're open. You can walk inside and look on them.
So, I don't know what they call this street, Main Street, Pioneer Village. I consider Pioneer Village to be more authentic than Disneyland.
So see what we have here. We have a very authentic Arby's store. Next to this, we have it actually piano. This is a very unique piano store.
Zane, come here, look at this. Look, they have the old kind of phonographs down there that have
that
the
one
wax.
would be nice for the collection if I ever can find one. It's a wax.
And I wonder, this is all mechanical, so they
A
don't use
Victrola,
electricity.
yeah.
This
you
one
would
is
just
electrical,
have to wind
I
it
think.
up.
This is electrical.
No, that one has a little wind up too. Maybe it's electrical.
Oh, it is. Oh yeah, you're right. It may be a tube going down under there, so it's mechanical. I need to check.
Oh, look, because that's a speaker. Look, yeah, that's a speaker. That's like a giant music box. I don't think that's a wax one. That's the music box type, see? That's like a jukebox, music box.
It's a jukebox, you're right.
It's called a multiphone. Look at their multiphone. New program.
Okay.
Directions.
So it's a jukebox.
And there's like, those are what all the songs are.
That
I
one
wonder
is
if that
awesome.
works.
It probably works, but
I want to make a music box now. Honestly, I could easily get a new obsession with music boxes.
it's dangerous. Let's move Emmy away from
Now
here.
you can see how they thought about the phonogram. Let's make them smaller and smaller and smaller. Maybe we can hear the voice, and also just noticing that it's sound waves. Okay, I'm geeking out. I'm nerding out.
What
Sorry.
I'm saying.
The print shop.
Yeah, Maria will go berserk on this.
Let me see. That says
just to
jail,
tease her,
held
jail.
in Pioneer Village.
I wonder if you can print those ones before.
But there are a lot of different printing presses. I'm not familiar with these. I'm most familiar with the kind they had in the mid-19th century.
I wonder, well, this is look like working installation. I wonder if somebody here, see they have it right under table.
That one is probably mechanized. Look at that. Now, there are type boxes, and setting type was a skill. The kind of people that set the type back then are probably the kind of people that are computer programmers right now.
Geeks.
Totally, just the patience and the measuring and getting it all in there. And then you can make 1,000 copies, 5,000 copies, however many you want.
I bet it's still working. It seems like chair working. I bet somebody could still. See the
Cool.
Lagoon is fun. Print right there. Somebody did it.
Whoa, do they have people to
yeah.
demonstrate it?
I'm sure. We can have it.
This,
See, this on the side is for the people.
yep.
And one is gone.
And all the buildings have just become an exhibit for different aspects of life in the 19th century and the early 20th century.
Shoe repair place.
Oh,
I don't know how old it is, but I remember I take my shoes in Moscow and we have a full shop who was repairing our shoes.
Oh,
so it's not, I don't think, well, this is old, but they still have it to repair shoes. If you have good shoes, you want to repair them.
what I like here though, I love all the tools just hung up there neatly, just like right there for the
Yep. Just grab it and use what you
shoemaker
need.
to just like exactly what he needs.
It's teeny tiny shop.
Ran around barefoot a lot back then. They were just,
It's expensive.
it's expensive. They're gonna wear them out. They might be barefoot every day of the week except for Sunday. Oh, look at that, Rockport, the Rockport Co-op. So they did actually have a little co-op in Rockport. Whether or not this is the actual building, I haven't gone that deep into it, but.
Whiskey, give me my whiskey.
I wonder how many times.
The medicine back there, it was
Cocaine.
not all of it.
Yeah, but it's still, they give it
It
cocaine
was
a
just
lot.
like, well, and calomel and all sorts of things. These are beautiful.
I know the last time
Wow.
I was over, they're like, what was the last one?
Shoe buckles, it looks like. That is, I wonder if those are the old ones. Maybe not for here, but. Now, the gentleman responsible for the collecting of all these buildings in relation to the Sons of the Utah Pioneers, he had a furniture store. So those could have even been the tags from his store and that they weren't using and he just stuck them up there or something. Look at the collars.
You know what's funny about colors? When I was in military, we have a white color and it's sew in on my uniform. So
You
we
had to
still
sew it in?
Yep.
Or just like,
no sew.
not button or anything?
No,
Wow.
and it was white, so it got dirty in military. Get dirty very fast.
And you'd have to pick it out and wash it and then sew it back in?
Yes,
Oh,
trust
man.
me. I
You
just
don't want to
remember-
be in the Soviet military.
Well, it's gone. No, I don't think they're doing it, but it was quite a bit. So those white
Was that like your
collars,
dress
I can
uniform?
remember. No, it's everyday uniform. You must have.
Wow.
Uh,
The gentleman that I've talked to that grew up in Rockport, they would get pop. They would get like a box of soda pop in bottles.
China show.
Look at the detail work on that door. Some of these are newer.
Well, they are repaired.
Yeah, look at that. Meaning they've been restoring this, making sure that it's. See, that's a much older.
And this
Oh,
is-
I'm so glad they're taking care of this. I always seen them cleaning it, but it looks like they're taking care of the woodwork and the beauty of it too. Mid 20th century.
I wonder if those is real books.
Probably.
Look how big they are. Or that book on the table.
That's the Bible. I'm sure that was somebody's family Bible. Some of the other ones of those are. That says a ledger. I wonder what it's made out of. And the ice cream that you get here is 100 years old.
Hopefully not 100 years old ice cream, okay?
Oh, this is the drug and candy store.
But this is
But
hot,
you're right,
so-
there are a lot of, you say cocaine, they called it opium back then. And a lot of people accidentally got addicted to it. Back then it was a problem just like now. This is quite a collection.
What
This
is this?
is an amazing collection.
Grunk peels, early vegetable, dilaxin. What is dilaxin?
What is it?
Dilaxin.
I have no idea, honestly. They named their things all sorts of things. It could be an actual element.
I wonder how many those labels in Afterpark made. Yeah, I see it right here, the Indian.
Huh?
The tobacco.
Yeah,
5-cent cigars, Ben Hurd.
nice.
Oh, I know that's brand Ben Hurd. I think it was for some time.
Which one you wanted? That
Huckleberry cheesecake.
I'll go right there. Order.
Hi. Huckleberry cheesecake.
Would you like in the cup or no?
Cool.
Huckleberry cheesecake. That's what you got it. Well, it's melting already. Oh, it's falling down, falling down.
I'm just working from this side here.
You sure you want cone, not just put it upside down? There you go.
Huckleberry ice cream. I knew as soon as I saw it, that is exactly the flavor I wanted, and it's a very fitting flavor for here at Pioneer Village. Oh wow,
It's melting.
real huckleberries in this. There's real huckleberries. The ice cream that you get here is Far's Ice Cream, which is a local establishment. I don't know how old Far's Ice Cream is, but it's been around for a long, long time. I'm not sure that you can get any more local than Far's Ice Cream here. I'm excited about this one.
Oh, this is a stove.
The stoves. These cast iron stoves, we think of them as really old, but at one point in time, not very long ago in historical terms, only about the 19th century, these were state of the art. Because before that, there were just big fireplaces or outdoor fire pits, and that's where people cooked. This made things a lot easier.
I wonder how much it's real jewelry and real plastic now. This is maybe glasses. I don't know
I
if
bet
it's
you
any
it's colored
originals.
glass. Look at this. Look. What it says back there on that stove. Do you see?
ZCMI.
ZCMI, Salt Lake City, Utah. This.
There's some woodworking items. From there are some.
Yeah, but it's smoky.
And there's a cutting. You know that
We're going on the stairs here. I've never been in this room before. I'm so excited. Oh my goodness. This is awesome. All these fashions and stuff. It's super cool, yeah. Hard to get. Look at that pretty maroon there, though. And you could get the bright colors in the threads and then brighter things. That's how you could get that. Look at that for the hat. Hats coming in style again, that would... I would love it if hats came in style again. In a house like this, this is going to be their temporary home. That's why there's not, even though there were hundreds and thousands of them, there's not that many existing. Because this was actually people's temporary homes. Sometimes they would take down those log homes for materials once they were done with them. Or they use it as a shed, local shed.
Well, if
Repairing
you
it.
look on the roof, see it's fresh new boards right there. They're repairing this.
Yeah, they are. They're keeping track of it. There's
But
3 layers.
The
There's
bottom
3
wood,
layers of
maybe
it.
it's real.
Some might have been replaced and restored when they moved the cabin, Pioneer Village, in Sugar House, where Pioneer Village originally was. They took some things apart and put them back together. Others, they did move whole. So that building right there, that building is not a house. That's actually a livery stable, the Dern livery stable. And the fancy thing in front is actually the office. But it doesn't house horses anymore or carriages. It houses a telephone museum. So this building used to be the railroad station in Kaysville, built by the Union Pacific in the 1880s. When I was a kid, it was the railway station for the little kiddie train here in Pioneer Village, and now it houses a model train exhibit. Originally from Cedar Fort, Utah, this shop was built in 1858 to meet the needs of Johnston's army stationed at Camp Floyd.
This is the circus. With the gold filling. Ooh,
There's
careful.
a step.
One time you have wooden teeth and you have metal teeth, and those ones is a newer one.
It was the barbers that were surgeons. Also, midwives would pull your teeth too. Erastus Bingham built this cabin in Ogden in 1853 after he was asked to move to Ogden by Brigham Young. He became the bishop of that small community. Now, people in Utah might know the name of Bingham for the Bingham copper mine, now the Rio Tinto copper mine. And his sons found a little bit up there. It was mostly a ranch for them, but they didn't want to mine it. And so they left. So Erastus Bingham did not get rich from Bingham Copper Mine. I'm sitting on the porch of a house that Alma Gilbans built in 1904. He married Cora Judd, and they lived here for just a few years, and then the Brown family moved in, and it's pretty much the Brown family that occupied this home for the majority of its existence. But the people who lived in this house, they were farmers. They did not have a very extravagant lifestyle at all. There was a stove in the kitchen. Now, these are not the things that were originally in the house. The house has been preserved. All of these items are real antiques that have been preserved, but they just put them on the house to show the kinds of things that would have been in a home like this. Oh boy, I wonder if that's original fruit in there. This home was in Rockport, Utah, and that town doesn't exist anymore. That town is now under a reservoir, and it's called Lake Rockport. Besides this building, we also have the old schoolhouse. The Rockport Schoolhouse was originally the Rockport Church. And when they outgrew that little church and they wanted something a little bit nicer, they built a church, but they wanted it right where that church was, so they moved it 300 feet and built a lovely new building, which now sits in front of the Wanship Dam where the Rockport Reservoir is. Meanwhile, this building, they just moved away. They kept it as a schoolhouse. But the other thing I love about this building is it was the Relief Society building. This is the Little Rock Chapel of Colville. It was a church in Colville built in 1863. Colville is in Summit County near Park City, if you know the geography a little bit. And it had many uses. It was built originally as a fort. It became a church, a meeting house. And at the same time as being a meeting house, it was a school. And then it was a school for a while, and then the town outgrew it, and they had to build other buildings. It was also a jailhouse.
So we are right here, all alone in this. I got a little bit. No, that's fine. I can pull that. Oh, okay, I got a little bit.
All right, here we go.
Wow! So
Oh my goodness, that was...
no, it's nothing. Okay.
My shoes!
I'm all soft now.
Okay. Wow.
That was good. Thank you for watching this video. If you like it, please click subscribe
And hit the notifications button.
and share with your friends. See you in the next journey.